deep in the heart of Texas.
We're in the business of winning.
Don't bet against me.
I don't bet anyway.
Lose your life.
You want to talk about playoffs? Do you talk about college football playoffs or the NBA or the NBA play-in tournament or the mid-season tournament?
Oh, let me get this on my chest. Took me till 2 days ago. I didn't even know the shit was happening.
The NBA playoff mid-season?
Yeah. So, and I'm a huge sports fan, and I did not know that we were turning into soccer.
Yeah,
And,
sorry, go
ahead. Just I don't know. All I know is we're 1-0. That's it. I know the courts are cool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is I at first thought this was stupid, right? Because really, all you're getting is cash. Like you're just playing for cash, which is fine. And I was kind of thinking, like, this is not gonna. They're hoping to like add some mid-season excitement, right? Like some zest to the regular season, right? Which makes sense. I get the thought behind it, but I thought this is gonna be a disaster when I first heard it. I was like, this is gonna be so dumb. Guys are gonna play just the same or whatever. But then as it got closer, you kind of think about like these guys naturally are just competitive and play hard anyways, right? Like I would imagine you put 500K or $1 million on the line or whatever it is, like it might ramp things up a little bit. And I thought the courts were awesome. I love the courts. It's such a I don't want to call it like a cheap gimmick, but it's such a great like marketing thing to get people to talk about the in-season tournament. I didn't like the Denver Nuggets court that the Mavs played on, but all the other ones I liked. I thought they looked really cool.
What's going on with the court? The courts are the like shit. Like just made them like so not retro, but like video game-ish kind of.
So like from the paint area to the paint area, the lane, they have one stripe that runs down the court that's a certain color, and then all the other court on the other side of that, right? Like that runs down the middle. They have like bright color, like not bright colors, but like red or blue or like it's just it's like real eye popping, yeah.
I like that. A huge trophy in the middle or something like.
Yeah.
I like the red courts. Boston's. I like Boston's a lot.
I like the red courts a lot.
I also feel like it's a good way for teams like get off to a bad record to kind of like maybe get themselves back into it.
So do these games count against the regular season record?
Yeah. The same way the MLS does it.
Okay.
But the way they do it is weird. It's like it's peppered throughout the season. You know what I mean? It's not just like what I thought was going to happen was like once they started, right, that they would play that tournament to its conclusion once they started, and it would still count towards the regular season record. But then it would just be like a little sect of the season. But they're like peppering in the tournament throughout the year, which I don't think I like that. I wish they would just hold the tournament for like a couple weeks or 3 weeks or something.
Injuries, you lose your, your momentum, all that shit. I thought it was the 3rd through the 19th, but I could be wrong.
What I thought too, but
it's divided into like sector, like you're in the 4.
So, do you guys think, like soccer, that NBA fans will eventually care about so they call them like trophies, right? Like in MLS, if you don't win the championship, you can still win the League's Cup trophy where they do that tournament with Mexico teams. And in soccer, it's a big deal. Like, we won a trophy this season. We won 2 trophies. Do you think NBA fans will ever get to the point of we won, a trophy this year in whatever tournament? Or it's just kind of it'll be like, we still don't care about that. It's only the NBA title, which obviously is more important. But
I think a little bit they'll be like, yeah, we did win the mid-season tournament or the in-season tournament, but I mean, we're still going to trade away our 2 best players.
Okay, I got it right here. Beginning November 3rd, going through Tuesday, November 28th, each team will play 4 designated group play games on tournament nights. 1 game against each opponent in its group with 2 games at home and 2 on the road. 8 teams will advance to the knockout rounds. The team with the best standing in group play games in each of the 6 groups and 2 wildcard teams. The team from each conference with the best record in group play that finished second in its group. Okay, so each group winner and then the next best 2 teams. Knockout rounds will be single elimination games. In the quarterfinals, played in NBA team mark on December 4th and December 5th. Semifinals and championships will be played. Qualifying teams will compete for a prize pool and the new in-season tournament trophy, the NBA Cup. So it's really just cash considerations, really. That's
And
what
a
I was
trophy.
saying. If you could maybe say that the winner of the in-season tournament gets home court in the finals, like whoever they're better than in that tournament, like that would be kind of interesting, right? It has to be something more than just cash in terms of if you're I think the fans like this, right? I don't think the players really care too much, like I don't think they're going to play any harder or different, but I think the fans will like this. But in terms of like what it'll be worth on either side, I don't think fans or the players will really brag about it other than the new Rolex they buy with the cash they won.
What do y'all?
If I think lower level teams like the Rockets, if we win it, we're gonna fucking say it all over the place. Like,
I think this is great
what
for
have you
parity.
won yet, Dallas? Have you won, Dallas? Huh? Let me know.
San
I think we
Antonio, how
lost
many you got? How many cups?
only. Yeah.
How many cups you got, San Antonio?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mavericks are doing
So what do
so
you-
good this year, but they're essentially already out of the like tournament. They're like cuz they lost their first game to Denver. So they're like already kind of behind the 8 ball in the tournament, but they're having such a good year. It's just that one loss they had was in the play-in tournament or the midseason tournament.
The
So
best news
what do
I've
y'all?
heard from the NBA, the possibility of it might just be a rumor, but the All-Star game being USA versus the world. That would be the All-Star game I want to see because the players will try for
Oh
that.
yeah. I think that's a
Well,
good
And
they already
idea.
switched. They already took away the LeBron.
yeah, that was done. That was an idea that didn't work. Like it was cool to get people kind of involved in watching the draft and all that, but then it ended up being like LeBron and Durant versus each other every year, and they were like, "God damn it, the fans are going to keep voting these guys like 1 and 2." I think that they were the
Don't
captains most
forget
years.
Curry.
Was he ever a captain? You don't even know,
Who,
do you,
Curry?
man? Yeah.
A captain of what? Sorry.
So like
Yeah,
the All Star
100%.
games, it would be like Team LeBron versus Team Durant the past
Yeah,
few years.
Curry was
Yeah.
definitely captain.
I think
But
this for sure players will try because for sure the world's going to try, and then that will make Team USA try.
Yeah.
I mean, you
I
have
would
to have your starting 5 world. You already got Jokic, Luca, both of them who are basically going to be battling for MVP.
SGA, Giannis, Embiid. Yeah,
Giannis.
that's it right there. That's the team.
Like those are all MVPs and the guys who've just been winning MVPs and
Yeah.
Well, you still
championships.
got Curry, Durant. I understand LeBron and Durant are kind of up there in age. Uh,
I think a preseason USA versus the world would be a good way to like get the season kicked off too. Get the juices flowing a little bit. But the All-Star game, I mean, I guess there definitely are enough international players in the league, right? Definitely to do an international side. That would be a good game. It'd be interesting for sure. I just don't know how well that would work for the All-Star game though. But
And
you
I
never
feel like
know.
a lot of players would get mad about, hey, I'm better than this dude and I'm not an all-star. From
I don't know. It's pretty
US.
close now, but you're right. The international, like on the bench, they probably have a few guys that maybe weren't quite as worthy as some other guys. But I think
but
a
I
I
think
think
they
a
would.
preseason international world versus USA would be pretty cool.
I
I mean,
mean,
I think they got enough
you
by
think
just the All Stars.
you think emo Jimmy is gonna have it if he's not on the all-star team and he's looking over
The
there?
fuck is emo Jimmy? Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, Jimmy Butler did his like emo haircut
But
this
Ren, why
year.
wouldn't he be on the All Star team
Ian, just for the record, have you watched any basketball? Just yes or no.
this year? This year, no.
Okay.
That's okay.
That's
why
fine.
wouldn't he?
That's what I do. That's why I'm here.
He would still make the All Star team, Ryan. It would be the people that are voted in, and then they would split them, is what I think. And maybe if they need reserves, but I think the world will have enough players. That's why it's the world. I think they'll have
That's
enough
what I was
players.
saying. Like the top like 6 to 8 for sure. Like are all worthy, international or the USA. But you could maybe say like the 10th, 11th, 12th guy on the international. Maybe there's some better like USA players, but I don't think that would be that big of a deal, right? I think people would just be so psyched to see it. They wouldn't really care that much. You're right though, Ren, the players would probably be pissed, but oh well, cry more, I don't care.
Yeah. In all honesty, I'm pretty damn sure the NBA would just bank off of that, especially
Yeah,
because
it'd
we
be
want to see
big
it.
draw.
We want to see it more than the bullshit, no defense crap.
Oh yeah, for sure. They would definitely try harder. There's no doubt about that.